What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today I'm going to be summoning for Duo Marth in an attempt to plus 10 him. I can't believe this duo alt is real, and I'm so excited but also nervous because, you know, there is color share. It's with ELM and Legendary Era, which is definitely a good color share. At least they are both really good units, so I'm happy about that. They are, you know, easily the best color on this banner. Blue would be second best in my opinion. You know, getting Athos or Rearm Nell would be nice if I had to choose blue, but of course we'll be sniping reds, and hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of copies of Duo Marth in about 1200 orbs, as you can see. So I have you know, gotten a lot of orbs, but I've also earned a lot of orbs by just doing a lot of chain challenges that I missed over the past few months and just maps in general. So I saved them for moments like these when they drop a unexpected alt of my favorite Fire Emblem character. So yeah, let's go ahead and summon without further ado and hopefully get a lot of Duo Marth. And also during the summoning session I will be answering questions that I got from followers and subscribers and just people from various outlets, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, my FEH Facebook group. So the free summon is going to be 1 redstone. So I'll start with the first question from Twitter. By the way, if you have followed me on Twitter before, oh, that's funny. We get base Marth for the first summon. Maybe that's a good omen, you know. But yeah, anyways, what I was saying, if you did follow me on Twitter before, please refollow me, or should I say X, but I don't like calling it X because I got hacked a few months ago, unfortunately, so I had to make a new account and it really sucked. But it's basically the same as my old one, except Captain Falchion is spelled out. So if you can refollow me there, that would be dope. Trying to make my, you know, just rebuild myself there. But anyways, first question from Twitter is going to be at Swordmaster5, good friend of mine. She says, good luck on your summons. Thank you. For my question, have any of the Xenoblade Chronicles games piqued your interest? So a little bit, not too much, unfortunately. Like, Xenoblade's cool. I definitely think it has some interesting things. It seems like it's just one of the better Nintendo franchises. You know, it's grown a lot. It's not even that old yet. And story-wise, it also seems like one of the better ones. So I'm a huge fan of impactful stories and narratives as a Final Fantasy fan. So, you know, maybe one day I'll try it, but right now just other games have my attention. So, but yeah, thank you for that question. We get Crom and Paula on the second circle. All right, so let's keep going. All right, 2 redstones. I just pray to Naga that green stones they don't show up and start crashing the party, because that would be super annoying. They always show up when you don't want them, and you know, they don't show up when you need them. All right, so the next question is from Purparade, and they ask, you're making a Fire Emblem basketball team. Who is joining your team and what positions are they? Okay, I like this question because I'm a basketball fan and I played in real life sometimes. So positions, okay, so there's 5 positions in basketball. You got the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, and center. That's all 5, right? Did I say 5? Yeah, I think so. So point guard, I'm just gonna have Marth because he's the leader. Point guards are usually the leader on the team. You know, they orchestrate the offense, so I'll put Marth there. Shooting guard, biased, I'm gonna put my girl Lind. I want her to be scoring a lot, and just the idea of her, you know, crossing people over and getting a lot of, you know, getting a lot of mid-range jump shots, hitting the middies, fadeaways is really funny. So I want her to be the shooting guard. Small forward, I'm just gonna put Ephraim there. I just feel like he's a good height for that position. Why not? Power forward, I'm gonna put Nagi because Nagi's tall. She's really tall. I feel like in her art at least. So I'll put power forward Nagi there. And then for center, I'm gonna put Dagger because who the hell is gonna score in the paint? And we get Aira. Okay, all right, first 5 stars Aira. Wish that was Marth. That kind of stings. It's gonna sting every time I don't get Marth, but it's gonna happen, and it already has. So Aira, I mean, I have like 2 copies of her. She's a really good unit. This one's plus B, that's dope. She has really good fodder, but it's early on. It's only 7 summons in, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, center position, definitely taking Dagger because of course the green stones are here. I'll pull this blue. But yeah, center, I'll put Dagger because, again, who's going to score in the paint when there's a literal gigantic muscular woman standing there? You know, she is from Jotunheimer, so I would have her as center. Probably a little bit of cheating, I guess, but I mean, why not? Just try Dagger there. So thank you for that question, Purparade. So yeah, talking about Duo Marth as a unit, he's insane. And come on, bro. Why did what did I say? Green stones are just gonna be annoying. But yeah, he is a unit that is gonna be really annoying to deal with in arena and whatnot, because he can just checkmate you so easily with how his playstyle is, how his B skill works, like Brave Marth in his previous versions. Now, thankfully, you know, his Shield of Hope, I guess, you know, the enemy phase desperation only works on the first initiation. It's on the first combat initiated by that foe, so it's not like they figured it'd be too overpowered if he had that every single time. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. But yeah, they figured that'd be too overpowered, so I understand why they made it only for the first combat, which is totally understandable because he already has Vantage. So even if he's not doing the enemy phase desperation, you know, even if there is Hardy Bearing to counter him, he still might live because he has so much damage reduction and he just hits so hard. So, bro, I'm so annoyed right now. Why are Greenstone showing up now? But yeah, Dual Marth, he's gonna be a problem. I already fought him in Aether Raids and he's just like he sets the Fire Emblem status and then just negates all their effective damage that you might do against like Dual Rhea and stuff. It's ridiculous, and I hope he's the only unit that will ever have that kind of status, because, you know, as biased as I am for Marth, and, you know, I love him, having that's pretty toxic, honestly. A little bit overpowered to have the Fire Emblem status just negate effective damage, and he's not even weak to bows either, so even if you want to try to get him with like a blue bow unit, you know, he has the Vantage, of course, and everything, so it's like just so many layers that you have to try to get past with Dual Marth. And the counter to him, or I guess an attempt to counter him, is to just take out his allies, you know, because in character, Marth is stronger with his allies. So if you could take out his allies, then his weapon is not going to be as strong, his, you know, everything, and his skills, obviously. But that's easier said than done because there's so many crazy units in the game. So, you know, good luck with that. And hopefully if I do plus 10 him, you know, he's going to be so good across all the modes. There we go, 3 redstones. He's going to be super useful in arena, obviously. His dual button just gives a self-dance. It's going to be a joke once I get him, hopefully. He's going to make arena so much easier. Okay, we get, that's Sigurd? Yeah, that's Resplendent Sigurd, I think. Okay. I have him at decent merges. That's cool, I guess. I'll take Sigurd. Not too bad. But yeah, Dual Marth is amazing. I really hope I can plus 10 him here, guys. There's Bantu. You know, the Ancient Arcanea banner could have used Bantu. Seeing Bantu in his prime, that would have been pretty funny. Pretty dope. We get Roy. Alright. Tell your melee brother to show up, man. Alright, so let's keep going along here. We are 17 summons in. The next question is from @Quinn the Druid. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Who's your favorite Automata character? Mine is either 9S or A2. So I did recently play Nier Automata. Amazing game. One of my favorite games of all time, honestly. Its story was amazing. It really hit me in the feels and everything. So my favorite from Nier Automata, I mean, it has to be the 3 main characters. It's got to be either 9S, A2, or 2B. I probably have to agree with you. I think A2 is my favorite. I love 2B and 9S, but A2 just had, I felt like she had the funniest moments, and she was just like the most interesting because you didn't know what the hell was up with her. So I'm gonna go with A2. I really enjoyed her as a character. Okay, all right, no reds, of course. But yeah, thank you for that question. And I know, you know, you helped me a good amount during my playthrough, my first time playthrough of Nier. Not only Automata, but also Replicant. Okay, is this Ninian? Okay, I'll take it, I guess. 4-star special Ninian. I have her at decent merges as well, I think. So that's not terrible. All right, halfway to the spark. Can we get a Marth? Oh my gosh, bro. Come on, man. Same with colorless stones. Go away. I don't need you. I just want reds, man. Jeez. All right. I mean, we still have a long way to go, guys. 1 singular red. Wow. How generous. What is going on with the 4-star specials today? I kind of wish this would fill the focus charge, but it doesn't. Larce, she got a, you know, solid refine at the time. I'm not going to use her, but I guess that's cool. Redstone's redstone. Bro, I am so annoyed right now, dude. Why did they do this? Why does the game do this, man? The game, it reads your mind. It knows when you're trying to snipe a certain color, and it's like, nah, son, you're not going to get it. Like, look at this. 1 redstone. I was getting all kinds of redstones when I was going for green. There we go. There they are. The king and queen, Mr. and Mr. Or sorry. Mr. and Mrs. Fireball. I'm so excited I can't even talk. Love and courage with you by my side, Caeda. I feel a courage bubble within me, or bubble up within me. Thank you for your unbridled faith in me. Their conversation, dialogue before you fight them in their map is also really wholesome. But yeah, so we get the first one. This one's plus defense. We're gonna get a plus speed one hopefully eventually, but if not, you know, I can trade fruit him. But yeah, I'm tempted to go for these blue stones here, but I want to economize my orbs, so I think I'll just stop. I'll take that 1 dual Marth. So thankfully we got 1 before the spark. Thank goodness. All right, thankfully that was not another Era or something, or ELM. I mean, ELM would be nice to have because, you know, base Marth following. ELM is really good for Aster Season, just to stop all those saves. Really, really good unit. 2 top tier flyers they introduced on this banner. All right, 3 redstones. Can we get lucky again? Okay, we get Dew. Can we get, nope, okay. Other Swordlord Erica, not too shabby, I guess. I mean, I thought about building Erica at one point, but I just never got to it. Same with Crom, just a bunch of like demo units I thought about building, but then by the time I made up my mind, or you know, held off with the fodder, they were kind of not as good anymore, unfortunately. And that's the problem with FEH a lot of the time, is that you will hoard all these units and all these fodder, and then, you know, time passes to where the skills are not good anymore, or the unit is not good anymore. So I would say if you have a lot of fodder you're sitting on, just use it, you know. Don't wait too long, like, oh, what if this unit comes out, or what if this skill comes out? Okay, all right, another Sigurd. Jeez, am I gonna plus 10 Sigurd on this banner before dual Marth? It is possible, I suppose, but wow, another another Sigurd 4-star special. Jeez. But yeah, what I was saying about fodder, definitely don't sit on it too long, because there's just too many good units to build, and that you don't want to waste your fodder. It's like any RPG, when you're sitting on items you never use the entire time, and then you get to the final boss and you're like, well, I didn't use anything, so it kind of feels bad. It's same thing in this game. We get Kent, Erica again. All right, let's keep going here. Singular red. Now I'm actually trying to space out the questions, so I don't want to answer them all before the video's you know, done, because I have a lot of orbs here, so this summon video is going to be pretty long, as you can tell. All right, Indigo, however you say his name. Yeah, and like, I need to do Marth not only just because he's my favorite, but also to beat his map, his Abyssal map. I don't think my Martham was going to be able to beat it without a dual Marth, so I needed for that. Maybe Caeda Emblem can do it. I did Caeda Emblem the last Abyssal clear I did on my channel, but I don't know. I don't think even a Toon Caeda can tank this Emblem Marth, or not Emblem Marth, sorry, this dual Marth. All right, 3 redstones. This is better. No smoke though. And of course, you know, dual Marth negates a Toon Caeda's effective damage, which is what she needs to take out a lot of stuff, like Nidhogre, for example. She's a good check to her. But if you just pair Marth with Nidhogre, then the effective damage is not there, and she might win against Caeda. So yeah, Marth is just a ridiculous unit, and I'm glad they made him ridiculous, because he is Marth, of course. But he's definitely going to be annoying to fight, for sure. But really nice to have when you're using him. Okay, is that Carla? I think that's Carla. Jeez, 4-star specials are coming out of the woodworks today. There's this, I think this is like the 6th one of this video, maybe 5th one. I'll take her. Mine is decently merged. She used to be top tier back in the day when she released. Oh my goodness, man. This is what I'm talking about. How is there going to be 4 greenstones when that never happened pretty much at all? When I summoned for a Toon Tiki, when I summoned for Spring May, like, it's so annoying, man. Colm. At least there was 1 blue, I guess, but man, still no reds. That's just so annoying. And again, it's gonna consistently happen in this video, guys. I swear. This game's gonna make me rip my hair out. I can't. I mean, at least we're not getting pity broken, but come on, man. Redstones are supposed to be pretty much like the most common color, right? I mean, they have the most units in that color. Singular red. We're almost to the spark. An ego again. All right. Jeez. All right, we're gonna go to the spark, and there's a singular red again in the same exact spot. Can this be a dual Marth? That would be amazing. Probably not though. No smoke. Whatever. I'll spark the second dual Marth. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, can't ask for two. Like that is pretty good to get one before the spark. You know, I can't ask for too much, I suppose. So we'll go ahead and spark my boy. So now he'll be +1. Their art is just incredible. Yamato Kataro, I talked about it when I reacted to the trailer and everything, but man, that artist, they do such a good job. All right, so let's continue. The rate right now is 9.50. So hopefully the next one is another dual Marth. So this is now, you know, we're in uncharted territory because now we don't have a spark. So who knows what the hell's gonna happen with the rest of these orbs. We have a little bit over 1,000. So let's continue. Next question is from @Sova L. I don't know, or _ Sova L. I don't know if I'm saying your @ right. I apologize if I'm not. But he asks, since it's the hot topic right now, who's the strongest Fire Emblem character that you think you and 100 other dudes could theoretically beat up? So if you guys don't know the context behind this kind of meme that's going on, somebody tweeted that they believe that 100 people could beat up one gorilla if they really tried. We get Caeda for Caeda, the summoning video. Which is a pretty funny question because you think about it, you would think, oh, 100 people would easily take down a gorilla. But then you think about how strong a gorilla is, and there's also just so many factors to think about. If they're scared, if they're angry, you know, the environment, I guess, even like, I don't know. I feel like 100 people could, if you just like, I guess, tackle the guy, but then a gorilla's so strong they can just rip a person in half if they really try it, I guess. I don't know. And it also depends on the people that are fighting, so it's a hard question. But in terms of Fire Emblem characters, who would be the strongest Fire Emblem character that I think 100 other dudes, including myself, could theoretically beat up? There's not really like a gorilla Fire Emblem character that I know of, so you can't really, you know, substitute a gorilla character. But maybe Kanangus. Maybe. You know, he is a lion Lagoose, so he would be pretty hard to take down, I feel like. I don't know. There's probably other characters that'd be better. Okay, we get 3 redstones, thank goodness. But I don't know. Who else would be crazy strong that would 100 people could take down? Some dragon. I guess Tiki in her prime or something. Actually, never mind. Tiki in her prime would probably destroy us all. What am I talking about? I don't know. Kanangus 2 would probably destroy us. So it's hard to say. Honestly, I don't really have a super good answer, but it is a fun one to think about. So thank you for that question. Okay, we get Roy and Inigo. Getting a lot of Inigos this summoning session so far. And also a good amount of base Marths. I just need your dual version to show up, man. All right, so let's keep going. One singular red. The other thing that's really good about Dual Marth 2 is that he has Vantage based on bonuses instead of speed. And that's what kept... Okay, 4 redstones. There we go. Here is the gold mine. You know, he has his Vantage, or anytime there's like a stat check for some kind of effect, there's always a chance that it's not going to age that well. I mean, it's not going to because of just how power creep is and how newer units always have better stats as time goes on. So I'm really happy that Dual Marth... when I say Dual Marth, I'm thinking about Winter Marth. Winter Marth had these speed checks, so for him, you know, for a while he was one of the best units at that for his enemy phase desperation, but now he's not very good because of all the speed power creep. But for Dual Marth, this Dual Marth, the 35th anniversary Dual Marth, or maybe I should just say Marth and Caeda duo Marth and Caeda, I suppose. For them, you know, their Vantage is based on bonuses, so he doesn't have to meet a speed check compared to someone like also attuned Erica. So that's really good. So, you know, even if there is speed creep, you know, that's going to happen, he doesn't have to worry about that. So Brave Marth also enjoyed that for a good amount of time. So I'm really glad that Vantage is kind of making a comeback, even though it's still pretty niche. There's not many units that can really do it that well, but Dual Marth is definitely probably the best right now at doing it. So I'm really happy. Like, Shield of Hope is just such a good skill. I'm really happy that they pretty much combined and fused you know, his other versions, but also his weapon having similarities to his wife's versions, you know, having the flat damage reduction and whatnot. So like the only thing that Duo Marth is missing here is pretty much like his trademark effective damage against dragons, because this sword is not a falchion, so that kind of sucks. But also he doesn't have what's the other effect that he doesn't have? He doesn't have pass, which honestly is not even that big of a deal. Like, I mean, not many units should have pass in my opinion anyway, so it's not like he's legendary Shez and like you know, young Camilla, who's ridiculous. So the pass thing is not really the biggest deal, because obviously not everybody should have it, because pass is crazy if you have too many units with it. But it would be nice, I suppose. It would be nice to have it on him. But he's already stacked to hell, so I can't really complain. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying one of the things he would have appreciated. But now we are below 1,000 orbs now, and we have 2 dual Marths, which is not bad. I mean, 1 from the Spark. We get Ogma. Okay, 970 right now. 3 redstones, there you go. Please, if you can just give me 2 redstones like consistently on each circle, I won't complain too much. That'd be nice. Not just a singular red every time. We get Olivia. We get Ulster, or formerly known as Ulster, I guess. Also, Duo Marth is kitted, you know, he's pretty much ready to come out the box, so but you can definitely change some of his skills. Like his rain skill is really good for sure, but you can also use like Endless Tempest. You can use like Brutal Tempest for better Canto, but he already has Canto in his Blue Sky skill, which you definitely don't want to replace, I feel like. So Brutal Tempest is probably not that great. I'm considering Fatal Smoke just to ignore, you know, Miracle and all the healing if Marth does initiate, because he is a mixed phase flyer. He definitely has, I guess he's more, you could argue he's more enemy phase oriented a little bit because of his desperation, enemy phase desperation is Vantage, but he is just the full package pretty much. He has, he can excel in both phases. And of course, no reds. Please don't break my pretty. Okay, we get Tail 2. Alright, so what's the rate now? Jeez. 11%. Oh boy, okay. Come on, game. There, okay. 4 redstones. They listen to me. Can one of these be a Duo Marth, please? Okay. Inigo, man. Showing up uninvited once again. Athena, she's getting a Resplendent. I'm really happy she is. It's a nice glow up in my opinion. Definitely was needed. Hana once again. Geez, Red Hell, man. Red Hell's real. I mean, every color is Helen if you think about it. Like, they're all can be miserable to summon on, but red, especially just because of the sheer amount of units in it, is and just a lot of demote units and whatnot. There's just too much in red, and we've gotten Sylvia like 3 times. Definitely not the last time I'll see any of these guys. Okay. We are approaching 12%. Can we get a Duo Marth, please? I just don't have confidence because it's a good chance it's going to be A or Elm. No smoke either on that. Can this be a Marth? No, it's Jesse. This is like my 3rd Jesse. Cool to get the demote, but I'm not really going to build him anytime soon. Alright, 2 reds. Alright, next question is from @FritoLay5. If Marth and Caeda were Pokemon gym leaders, what type would they specialize in and what would their ace be? Oh gosh, alright, what did I say? I shouldn't have said it, but we do get our first Elm. Okay, that's unfortunate. Hopefully this one's good IVs though. Plus attack, that's pretty good, right? Minus defense, I guess would hurt him a little bit, but that's pretty good IVs. Really good Astro Mythic, but yeah, hopefully this red will be a Marth. But yeah, the question was, if Marth and Caeda were Pokemon gym leaders, what type would they specialize in and what would their ace be? This is a fun question. I'm a Pokemon fan. And, you know, if they were gym leaders, I think Marth would definitely be a steel type for sure. I mean, that just represents him being an epic swordsman, a skilled swordsman. And Caeda would be a flying type, obviously, because she is a Pegasus Knight. That just makes a lot of sense. I thought about Fairy, but flying would make more sense, I guess. I mean, Fairy, you just think about Fairy when it's like, oh, it's girly. But I think flying would fit Caeda more. And then Marth's ace would be Aegislash, no question. I mean, Aegislash is one of my favorite Pokemon, and also, you know, he has the Falchion, and he has a shield in the Fire Emblem itself, and Aegislash is the Sword and Shield Pokemon, so I think it's perfect for Marth. And then Caeda's Ace is a little more tricky because I'm trying to think of like a flying type that would fit her, and you'd think it'd be easy to think about, but there's, I don't know, like, I guess one of them that comes to mind is Flamigo. I know Flamigo's a weird pick. It's like it's a pink flamingo, but Flamigo's funny because it's like such a simple design, but it's a Pokemon that actually hits pretty hard. So like Caeda's kind of like that, where she's like a gentle queen, but it can also kick ass, you know. But I don't know, maybe Flamigo's kind of a dumb answer. Maybe Altaria, because Altaria is majestic, is a majestic flying type, and also has the fluff, like, you know, Marth and Caeda have on their legendaries. I think that's kind of cute. So maybe Altaria, honestly, for Caeda. It'd probably have to be Mega Altaria, because base Altaria is kind of bad. Mega Altaria is definitely way better. So yeah, that's my answer to if Caeda and Marth were gym leaders. All right, and we get no reds, of course, and 4 colorless stones. When do you ever get that? When you actually want colorless stones, right? Of course. But there's probably some other flying type that I'm missing that would fit Caeda more. Maybe I was thinking of Lugia, but then like legendary Pokemon are not on gym leader teams, right? I don't think there's any gym leader with a legendary on their team. That'd be cheating, I suppose. I don't know. Lugia wouldn't really fit. I don't know. I think Lugia is just a pretty looking Pokemon. It's a psychic flying type. So psychic, I mean, it doesn't really fit Caeda, you know. All right. No reds once again. And then nothing from the blues. Jeez, man. The summoning anxiety is real. It's real. And look at this, man. What is this cheese? How are you going to give me 3 blue stones, not a singular red? Blue stones might be the new green stones and colorless stones in this damn summoning session. Like, look at this, bro. What? Come on. Ah, so annoying. You couldn't even give me a singular red? It's like the game knows what you're trying to do. It really does. Thank you. Jeez. We get Caeda. All right, can you tell your dual version to show up? Gosh, 850 rate. We're getting a lot of Ulsters today. All right, 864 orbs remaining. Singular red with a bunch of colorless stones. What is this, bro? What is this? Fear. Oh gosh, Fear, man. She was the... You guys saw my Emblem Marth summoning session. Ascended Fear. Gosh, I plus 10'd her on accident on that banner. That was insane, man. It was insane. That was the probably, to this day, I think the Emblem Marth summoning session was my craziest to date. And we get another Aera. Damn. Really good art, really good unit, like I said, but jam. She's jamming my summons. Jam, man. Damn jam. It's all right. Is there hope for another dual Marth in the same circle, please? No, Soleil, come on, man. Come on, girl. All right, well, the rate is gone. I mean, it wasn't that high, I suppose, but damn, come on, man. I might plus 10 Legendary Aera. She's going to be the new Ascended Fear. Oh, gosh, why am I saying this? I should not manifest it into these summons, guys. Okay, we got Hana. Remember when Ninja Hana was, like, on every team? People build Ninja Hana, which I understand because she was good at the time and she's cute, but yeah, you never see her anymore. Singular red, can this be a dual Marth? No, it's a Nigo again. He thinks I'm a girl. That's the only reason he's showing up, I guess. Alright, 2 reds. Lara, I have so many Laras, man. Alright. Jeez, alright, what are we? We're about 400 orbs in. We have 2. Is that 400 orbs? 300 orbs? I don't even want to count anymore, man. Borderlands Sword, Athena, tell Marth to show up, please. 2 reds, 850 rate. Can this be a dual Marth? It's Ares. Come on, man. All right, let's stay positive though. I gotta tell myself that anytime I do these massive summoning sessions, because they never go the way I wanted to for the most part, especially when it comes to 5-star exclusive. I mean, it's a lot to ask, right? The odds are stacked against you. It's layers of RNG. You know, Faye is like a cake. You got maybe that's a crazy analogy, but there's just, anyways, what I'm saying is there's layers, right? You have the luck for the rates to actually get the unit. You have the luck to get the colors you want, right? And it's just an uphill battle. And this summoning session so far hasn't started off the greatest. I mean, I guess we're not too far into it, but damn, it's not really giving me any hope. Okay, Hayato. His art is really funny. Just look at him. Really funny dude. The Rickon of Fire Emblem Fates. Okay, I'm gonna expand my barracks. I'll be back. All right, let's continue the journey. And the last question I answered was the last one on Twitter. So thank you to everyone who submitted a question there. And now I'll move on to the YouTube questions from my YouTube community post. And the first question is from @Seria's Epona, nice and Zelda reference. And the question is, when it comes to the Fire Emblem franchise and the weapon triangle, I know some people want it removed, but others seem to just not want it to have such focus. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Good luck. Been watching your channel for a while, but I don't typically comment. I feel like I don't have anything really insightful to say, but I love your content. Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate that. That's really sweet, and I'm glad that you enjoy my videos, so thank you very much. As for your question, when it comes to the weapon triangle, I think the weapon triangle is part of what makes combat in Fire Emblem interesting, or at least, you know, a little bit of what I already said that, part of what makes it interesting, and it gives the game more strategy. And I know some Fire Emblem games don't have the weapon triangle, which is fine. You know, it's good they mix it up, and you know, some Fire Emblem games are known for certain things, and not every game is going to have the same exact gameplay. So that's good, but I don't think they should ever remove it completely. The weapon triangle is one of the staples, and it just makes, you know, battles more dynamic. It makes things more interesting, and it just, in my opinion, like, it makes strategy more strategy, you know. It makes the player think more before going into the next move, you know. And that's just my opinion, but it's something I've always enjoyed about the series, is the weapon triangle, you know, just adding that layer of strategy to a strategy game. So thank you for that question and the kind words. And of course, we don't get any reds here. We're gonna get Perry. Oh gosh. Well, at least I'm not seeing her, or hopefully I won't see her too much in this summoning session, because she has multiple lines of dialogue. All right, 4 redstones. Now, usually when we got 4 reds, doesn't come, you know, not much comes out of it, but hopefully this circle can give us a dual Marth, please. Please. Okay, Lilina. Gosh. I hate this feeling, man. It feels like dual Marth is so far away, but he's so close at the same time. It's a damn color share, man. And we don't even know when dual Marth... Okay, Caeda, of course, they're teasing me. We don't even know when the hell dual Marth's going to return, because I thought he would be a regular pool unit, but I think he's just way too powerful to be in the regular pool. So it's not like you can randomly summon him like other 5 stars and whatnot. You know, because there's only, what, Dual Ephraim is the only other duo in the regular pool, but I don't think Dual Marth will be in there. So I guess he's going to return whenever the hell Intelligent Systems says he's going to return, which is pretty funny. We get Tharja. Oh, jeez, okay. Yeah, just like I predicted, nothing from that circle of multiple reds, and we're back to 1, and we're below 800 orbs. I mean, still a lot of time. Oh, brother, dude, another Elm. So we have 2 of each. We have 2 Elms, 2 Aras, and 2 Dual Marths. Now, and one of the Dual Marths was from the Spark, so it's not even 2, really. That was annoying. 950 rate gone. Jeez, man. I knew it. I knew Elm was going to show up before Marth. I knew it. Or more Elms were going to show up before Marth. It's so annoying, man. But, you know, Lady Luck, as I've always said, she is a cruel mistress, man. She thinks this is funny. She thinks this is a joke, honestly. Oh my goodness. Right when I say she thinks it's a joke, why couldn't those been 2 Dual Marths, man? Oh my goodness. This one's plus speed. I guess that's the best IV for him. But geez, man. Is that 3 Elms? Come on, man. This is Nightmare on Elm Street. What? What the hell, man? There's no way. There's no way. I mean, this is good luck, but not for Marth. Why? If these were Marths, man, I would have been out of my seat. But of course they're Elms, bro. Come on. Low rate Elms? Was that 3 back-to-back Elms or like 2 back-to-back Elms? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you K-missing me right now? bro, there's no way, man. I mean, if there's a way, there's a will, there's a way. If there's a way, there's a will. Whatever. I can't even talk. Jeez, man, what does that ELM spam right now? Okay, we get Selena. All right. Did you? Oh, brother. I mean, it didn't take that many orbs. The first ELM was, you know, kind of high rate at 9.50, but the other two could have been dual Marths, man. What is happening right now? This game, and again, they're teasing me. They're giving me Caeda. They're giving me base Marth. They're like, hey, there's the Caeda and Marth you want. Psych. Oh, gosh. This is why I record summoning videos, you know, to just document the cheese. Because, like, this is cheesier than a pizza right now. This is cheesier than a deep dish pizza. Good lord. Alright, we still have a long way to go. But, man. How many ELMs do I have? 3? Uninvited guests? Come on, bro. And, like, the thing is, too, is when I pull beast units, I don't really... Like, even if I want to fodder them, I don't really have units to fodder them to, because I don't really use beast units that much. So... And, like, they're probably, you know, they're one of the rarest unit types, so it's kind of hard to utilize their fodder, I feel like. Dancer, Olivia... Okay, that's another 4-star special. Gosh. All right, let me just move on to the next question. Maybe that'll give me some luck. Next question from the YouTube is at SilverGamer1782. Hello, JE. I hope you have a great luck getting the +10 and dual Marth. Thank you. It's not going to Grace right now, but I appreciate it. I do have a question, which is not Faye related. Do you like Sonic the Hedgehog? All right. Yeah, I do like Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is really cool. I grew up playing a good amount of Sonic games. I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic, though. You know, I haven't played every game. I'm not, like, into the lore too much or anything like that, but I do enjoy some Sonic the Hedgehog from time to time. So, while I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise, I've played a good amount growing up. Like I said, like Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic, was it DX? I think it was. Sonic Riders. I have very fond memories of those games. The most recent Sonic game I played was Sonic Frontiers, which was really good. I really enjoyed that game as well. Amazing soundtrack. I think Sonic games have some of the best music in gaming, so really good. They've just like some of the most consistent banger music, and I'm low-key kind of interested in the new Sonic racing game, maybe. But yeah, I do enjoy Sonic. I'm just not the biggest fan of it, but I do dabble in it sometimes, so thank you for that question. Okay, 2 reds. Please no more ELMs, but I know he's gonna show up again. Bro, I can't make this shit up, man. It's crazy. It's just, it's like, and I don't want to sound entitled, but it's insulting to my dedication to Marth, man. It's insulting. It feels insulting. It's just RNG, man. When you gamble, sometimes the game makes you scramble. All right, we get another Jesse. I might +10 him at this point. 716 orbs remaining, 2 redstones. Can we get a dual Marth, please? It has been a couple hundred orbs now since the last one. And we're getting to 9%. We are at 9% again. Lilina. Gosh, man, this is, I don't know, out of all the summoning videos on my channel, I feel like only a few of them I've actually had smooth sailing for the most part. And I know it's a lot to ask, but... I was about... Oh, man, I almost want to throw my phone right now, bro. What? Is that the 4th ELM right now? There's no way. There's no way, man. This can't be happening. This isn't real life. Life isn't real. Life isn't real. Give me a dual Marth, bro. Why are you giving me so many ELMs? Why? Why, game? There's literally 3 units in the red pool you could have given me, but the game is just like, nah, here, have another one. Have another one. Nightmare on Elm Street. What did I say, man? This has got to be a cruel joke. This has got to be a cruel joke, man. I mean, I guess this happened to me when I summoned for, you know, Emblem Marth last year. Okay, 4 reds. Come on. Low rate dual Marth. And I got so many Hinokas and so many Ascended Fears, but I feel like I was getting at least a few Marths sprinkled in there. This game... let me stay positive, man. I feel like the negative energy is just gonna... if they can hear my thoughts and they can know what I'm trying to go for, the game is gonna sense I'm being negative. And but it's hard, man. It's hard when things go like this, man. It's like, you can't give me one. I got one from before the spark, but Okay, I mean, let's calm down, Jay. Let's calm down. 600 orbs remaining. That's a lot of orbs. A lot can happen in that amount of orbs. Jeez, man. Singular red, of course. Alright, Selef. Sometimes in these moments, you just gotta, like, laugh about it, you know? Laugh off the pain. Greenstone showing up when I... Okay, is that Brave Dimitri? Another 4-stars, but I actually have him pretty highly merged. And I know he's not the greatest unit anymore, but I could plus 10 him at this point. I mean, he has attack defense unity, but I have a feeling they're going to release some kind of tier 4 version of... Another new version of unity skill, because while they're still good, you know, they are reliant on you getting debuffed, and there's obviously a lot of debuffs in the metagame, but still, they could use an upgrade, I guess, like attack speed united or something. I don't know. We get Roy again. Can this be a dual Marth? No. Hinata. Come on, bro. What is happening? 9%. If you give me another Elm, I might have to take a break. Like, maybe it's just not a good time to summon right now. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. Long queue. Alright. We are about halfway through all my orbs. Can we get... No, Corin. Okay, let me move on to the next question. Next question is from @LynHartAttack. If Marth and Caeda is your video game OTP, what is your movie/TV show OTP? Okay, good question. So yeah, Marth and Caeda definitely one of my OTPs in video games. Cloud and Tifa are also in there. A couple others. But as for TV and movie ones, I don't really watch too much TV outside of sports, to be honest. But for movies, though, I have a couple answers, even though it might be a little bit of a cheese one. But it's for Marvel movies. I'm into Marvel. I play Marvel Rivals, if you guys seen those videos. But yeah, my favorite couple for movies is probably Peter and Gwen from Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you know, you know how good Andrew Garfield is as an actor and how he got done dirty in that franchise. Sony did him completely horrible. But, you know, in that movie, they just have unbelievably good chemistry. Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. And it helped, obviously, that they were dating at the time, and they dated for a while. So it just made those scenes so sweet. And I'm not going to spoil it, but if you know, like, I mean, Gwen, what happens to her is well documented. It's one of the most, I don't even want to say it, but it's one of the most well-known things in media. But yeah, Peter and Gwen, just incredible chemistry. They're super cute together. Definitely my favorite movie couple, I think, that I can think of right now. And another good one's Wanda and Vision, also from the MCU, but I think I have to give it to Peter and Gwen. So thank you for that question. Athena, all right, what's the rate now? 950, 630 orbs, come on. I still need 9 more Marths, and it's not going to happen in 600 orbs. It's not, because this game is trolling me with just a ridiculous amount of Elms and no 5 stars. I mean, they're giving me 4-star specials. All right, next question is from @TheOnlyJehovah. Which Arcania character that doesn't have an alt would you like to get an alt the most? So that's an easy one. I mean, there's a couple I could say, but I think my first choice would be Fina. She's my favorite dancer in the series. She's the first dancer in the series, and she has like no love in the game. She couldn't even get a damn Rapier Refine alongside Young Marth, which I was kind of upset about. So like, they're just stingy with dancers, but damn, like, she deserved that one. But yeah, Fina definitely deserves an alt. She has such a cute design, so I really hope they at least give her an alt at some point, or at least a Resplendent. That'd be nice, even though her base art's already really good. We get 2 Hanas, man. What is this? So thank you for that question. 600 orbs remaining, no reds. This game is so annoying. I really do hate this game sometimes. Okay, I did say blue. If I had to pull blue, I wouldn't mind getting Athos, I guess. Pulse Up Ploy is really good, but my rate was at 10%, man. What is and what is this, man? This game blows sometimes. This game sucks. I mean, I don't mind getting Athos. He's epic. He's a really good unit. But damn, that just wind out of my sails once again. Ogier, wrong blue-haired character. I might have to take a break, guys. I don't know if I can keep going with this. I feel like the bad luck is just trailing behind me. I don't know. It's not looking good, guys. It's really not. And I mean, come on, like, this hurts. This hurts, man. This really does. I mean, my rate wasn't high at all, but why couldn't that have been to do with Marth? Okay, so I took a little bit of a break, did something else, and I counted the amount of elms I have, and I have 5 of them. That is just disgusting. And these summons, it started off okay, and now it's going downhill. So I'm just hoping that the remainder of these orbs give me something. Give me something, you know, that's something being due a Marth, because I only pulled 1. I pretty much pulled an Athos, right? So I've pulled them out the same amount of Athos as I have Marth, because the one from the Spark technically doesn't really count as a summon, because that one's, you know, guaranteed, quote unquote. Man, just really discouraging right now. It's I don't know what else to say. I mean, I don't want to make this video just me complaining, but, and I've definitely done it in summon videos where I kind of go on rants when things don't go my way, get Lapis, but man, this is just very discouraging. Because all those elms, like if those elms, even if just 2 of those elms were Marth, I would have been happy, because I would have had a +3/1, because we've used what, 600 orbs, and I only have 2 dual Marth. Like, that's insane. That's why you use the Spark, you know, so you can at least get a merge. But this is ridiculous. But we've got to shake it off. We got to shake it off. Next question, and the last question from YouTube, is going to be from Jonar Buckle Gaming 8962. They ask, now that Marth has created a precedent that characters can double up as duo leads, who is a character who already has a duo that you would want to get the same treatment, and who would you pair with them? Okay, that's an interesting question. I think there's a couple answers. I mean, ELM and Marth duo is something I would like to see, and we get Lean here. This will be my +10 Lean, because I've pulled her so many times, so now I have her at +10, which is funny. But yeah, ELM and Marth duo is something I'd like to see, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, because Marth just got this one, and it may not ever happen. But Marth, you know, Marth and ELM make a lot of sense. They're both, you know, neighbors, obviously, and they're both respect and their own, you know, respective king titles. You know, you have Marth being the Hero King, and then you have ELM being the Satan King. So that would be a really cool duo, but more realistic one, I guess. Maybe not even realistic, but if I'm not going to pick ELM and Marth, then it would be Sigurd and Crom. Now, that might sound a little bit weird, but they actually have a lot more similarities than people think. A lot of people compare Crom to Marth, and, you know, it makes sense because they're related, but Sigurd and Crom, a lot of ways, have similarities that people don't realize. Like, first of all, they both have kids that have to save the world, right? They both, you know... They both meet people in mysterious ways, and there's a couple other ways that they are similar, but that I can't think of right now. But if you actually look into their stories and what they went through, it's you know, pretty similar. So yeah, so that's that would be my answer to that question. So thank you for that one. We get Kagetsu. Man, I am deflated right now. I mean, I still have a lot of orbs. 500 is a lot, but I spent 600 to get 1 dual Marth. It's it hurts, man. It hurts. It really does. This is I don't even want to look at like the top percentile, whatever the odds are of this, because I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just should have went into the summoning session with a better state of mind. I mean, I was excited when this started, you know. I really was. I was hopeful, as you should be, but the game has taken that joy away from me. I know that sounds dire, but man, Lady Luck is so... Why did she have to do this to me, man? This is like the duo version that I've been the most excited for. Like, this is the best duo in the game, in my opinion. And they can't even give me 2 dual Marths outside of the Spark. If I get another Elm, I literally might have to, like... I might have to summon on a different day. Wait a day. Bro, I can't even... Why do I say these things? I just speak it into existence. This is the 6th Elm. I'm about to crash out, guys. I'm about to crash out. There's no way, man. There's no way. I'm speechless, guys. This is such bad luck. It's I'll keep going, but man, this one's for the record books, ladies and gentlemen. 6 ELM, 1 dual Marth, 3 Aera, 1 Athos, and then a bunch of 4-star specials. Like, man. I don't know, guys. Will dual Marth return on a banner where he's not color sharing with 3 other units or 2 other units? Maybe he'll be on like a double special heroes. I don't know. He's such a unique unit. He's such a unique case. I mean, it's Marth, right? Makes sense he's getting this all for the 35th anniversary, right? But like, what other banners is he gonna be on besides these? I don't think he's gonna be on any other banners besides these. They don't want him to be that easily accessible. And obviously Lady Luck doesn't want him to be easily accessible because this game is trolling me. The fact that I have to edit all this too, I have to watch myself get these bad summons. It's, man. Alright. But, yeah, that was the last YouTube question. I suppose I'll move on to the Facebook Fade Group questions. The first question is from Alexander. He asks, have you ever solo run a Fire Emblem game? If so, which game and with who? If not, why not, I guess. I've never really done a solo run of Fire Emblem game because that just sounds insane. I don't think I have the patience for that. And don't get me wrong, I do love myself a good challenge here and there, and I will play higher difficulties from time to time in games, but solo challenge on Fire Emblem, I'm good. A solo run, I'm good on that. Just not something that interests me. It's not like when I know it's a thing, but I'm not like, oh, I gotta do a solo run, like only beat the game with Lind or something. Like, it would be a nice feat to do, but it's not something that I'm striving for. But thank you for that question. Getting another Roy, no smoke, of course. Yeah, I don't know, guys. If the next one is not a duo Marth, I legitimately might have to take a break, and this video will come out later, unfortunately, if I do. Because it does take a while to edit. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The second duo Marth of the video. Are you serious, man? So many, like, we're like an hour in, and we finally got another one. Can this be plus speed? Okay, plus attack. That's okay. Can you make up for the ELM cheese and give me another one right here? No, Tharja. Alright. Okay. Another duo Marth, finally. Did I say Marth? Marth. Marth. Man, this is insane. I mean, I got one right there, so hope is still alive, I suppose. But man, that is just the fact that I spent that many orbs just to get another one. So I guess I'm not taking a break right now for a whole day. But like, this is my day off from work, and then I'm just doing this. Like, this is why gods? All right, moving on to the next question from the Facebook group. Chris asked, well, this is actually a layered question. There's a lot of questions in this one. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk and start a question without Elm interrupting me. I'm so tired of this guy. I'm not a fan of his character. I'm sorry, Elm fans, if you're watching, but I'm not a fan of this guy. I mean, I'm an extra not fan of this guy now because he just keeps ruining the Marth summons. I mean, that was low rate, but that's like the 7th Elm. That could have been 7 Marths, man. That could have been, gosh. Anyways, moving on to the question. The first one he asked, since we didn't get a genealogy remake announcement, are there any things you would want to be put in? I guess he means into the game of a remake. The next question is, what are your thoughts on the Switch 2? Is there any character either not in the game or in seasonal lock that you would want to see be given one? Are there any other games you want to see get a Switch 2 remake? And do you think we will ever get base Fafnir? Alright, so the first one he asked, FE4 remake, what would I want to be put in? I'm not really the best person to ask that because I'm not super well versed in Yggdrasil. It's not my favorite Fire Emblem or anything, and I'm not very, I haven't played it too much. So, I don't know. I guess I just like to see extra, just a lot of support conversations, because that would help, obviously, flesh out characters. So that would be really nice to see, just more, and like, obscure choices for conversations that for characters you think would never interact. I think that's really cool when Fire Emblem does that. So that's what I like to see. What are my thoughts on Switch 2? I made a video about it, but I think it's going to be an amazing console. It's going to sell well, of course, and you know, it's going to be really great with all the upgrades and stuff. But the prices for the accessories, the controllers, the Joy-Cons, the games, it's pretty bad. Lots of controversy, obviously, with it. Games should not be that expensive, considering that the PS5 games are not that pricey, you know, and Xbox is now raising their prices apparently. So it's like Nintendo is giving people the green light to just and you know, video games have been, out of everything in like the economy that has been inflated, video games for a long time had not experienced inflation. Excuse me. Like a lot of inflation compared to a lot of other things, right? But now I guess it's time for them to do that. I'm not saying it's right, but it's unfortunate how expensive. Like Joy-Cons are $100 basically, $95. Like come on, man. If you're gonna price me $100 for some Joy-Cons, and I know they're better now and they're bigger than the original Joy-Cons, but still, if they are gonna be that expensive, they better not ever drift ever. They better like do my chores for me or something. You know what I mean? And we're gonna get Catherine on this summon, another 4-star special. She has a decent refine. Maybe not decent, it's actually pretty good, but this is not the sword unit I want right now. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Switch 2. I'm still gonna try and get it. I'm still looking for a pre-order. It's hard to find one because everybody's, you know, hunting them down. So hopefully I can get one before, you know, because I feel like it might be a PS5 situation where it's gonna be really hard to get. I mean, the PS5 situation was because, oh gosh, era, 4th era. The PS5 situation was because the chip shortage, you know, partially. So I don't think Nintendo's gonna have that. But yeah, another era, that sucks. Next question that he asked was, are there any other games that you want to see get a Switch 2 remake? Or no, sorry. The one that he asked after that is, any other character not in the game that is season unlock? Jake, for sure. Jake, if you've never even heard of Jake, I guess I wouldn't blame you. He has been forgotten. He's Anna's boyfriend, canonical boyfriend in the Fire Emblem series. He's been in a few Fire Emblem games, and then the last one he was in was a Fire Emblem 7. He was on like Fargus's ship. He was like one of the crew members or something, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he's playable. No, actually no, he's been in Shadow Dragon. What am I talking about? He's playable in that game. But that's like the last time we heard of him. He has been barely acknowledged. He's been forgotten. And I know Anna's the mascot, and you know, Jake is obviously not going to get as much shine as her. But come on, man. They have completely put him to the wayside, and I hope he gets to the game. I mean, years ago, I thought that he would maybe be the first kind of ballista unit because he's a ballistician, and you know, introduce the ability to be able to attack from far away. But then we got Emblem Lynn, and you know, she basically does that. So it's like, even if they add Jake, he's not going to be that unique, I guess. So it's kind of an L for Jake right now. I really hope someday he gets acknowledged at least. So that's the character I would pick. Fallen Ike, another 4-star special. What is this, man? And then as for Switch 2 remakes, I have a couple games. Minish Cap Zelda. That's one of my favorite Zelda games. Very underrated Zelda game that I'd love to see get a remake. Because, I mean, while the art style still holds up, seeing it even more polished and with new upgrades and everything would be... I am going to lose my mind, guys. Bro, what? How is this even possible, man? I mean, it is possible, but... Anyways, what I was saying. Minish Cap, Switch 2 remake, that would be great. I would love that. Because I would love to replay that game. It was a joy to play on the Game Boy. Really cool idea to just become really small. And, you know, Switch 2 could make that even more fun. So I'd love to see that. Or even Kid Icarus Uprising. It's one of my favorite 3DS games in general. One of the hidden gems. If anybody's played that game, pretty much everybody loves Kid Icarus Uprising. And it was a game that revived Kid Icarus, but then it was a game that, you know, didn't get touched. So it revived the series, and then now the series is dead again. So I'd love to see that to, you know, breathe. If we're not going to get a new Kid Icarus game, then at least give us a remake for Kid Icarus Uprising. That would be great. And, you know, having it on the Switch 2 would open online multiplayer, and they can revamp that and hopefully like balance it, because the online multiplayer in that game was super unbalanced. It was a lot of fun, but it was super broken. I dabbled in it a bit, but I eventually stopped playing because it was just like, I was just getting destroyed, getting one shot by everything. There was too many modifiers for the weapons and whatnot. So those are my choices for Switch 2 remakes, and now we're below 400 orbs. As for base form Fafnir, I think he's gonna get into the game at some point. I mean, if damn ELM and Freyr can be, can get mythics after this long, then I think he can get one too. So thank you for those questions. I am so sad right now, man. This is like the worst. I mean, I guess it could have gone worse, but it hurts, man. It stings. I just want my boy. I just want my king and queen, Mr. and Mrs. Fire Emblem, but the game is throwing so many elms at me, man. It's ridiculous. It's eras, elms. All right. After the circle, I think I'm gonna pause, take a break again. I don't know. I don't know if you guys take breaks or if you're just like, you just bite the bullet, just keep summoning. But for me, it's not encouraging to keep doing this, All right. Should I continue or not? I mean, I am, but man, these summons have been, I pulled 8 Elm. I think it's 8, right? Gonna plus 10 him soon, most likely. 385 orbs left. Now, I'm probably gonna be getting some more orbs after this, but 1,200. I mean, I knew that wasn't enough going into it, but I didn't think it would be this bad. So, but let's keep trudging along here. If I can get 2 more Marth, before I run out of orbs here, that'd be something. That'd be kind of decent. Lapis, I love you, but I need Marth right now. 850 rate. We've gone to 12%, I think, at one point. We've gone to 9%, 950 multiple times, 10% multiple times. All right, Lara again. It's always the same units in red too. Just the same old faces. All right. 2 reds, Hayato. Like I mentioned earlier, I think I'm probably just gonna merge the elms because I don't really have use for his fodder right now. Maybe I'll fodder him to like a couple of the beast units I use, maybe, but what does he have? I think he has Nimble Beast, the I think it was the preempt skill for the beast as well, which is pretty good. But yeah, Elm, man. Such a troll. I've said it before, but when these summons go bad like this, I'm always thinking to myself, man, maybe if I summon tomorrow or like later in the day, things would have went different, and they definitely would have, because it's a different time. RNG is always RNGing, so it would have been different. But 3 Marth in about 800 orbs is really diabolical. That's terrible. It might have been this honestly might be the worst luck I've had for a 5-star exclusive to start. I think the last time it's been this bad was when I went for Legendary Marth a long time ago, back when he first released, and I only got him to like, I only got him to like +1 on his debut banner. I mean, I didn't use as many orbs, but for the longest time he was stuck at like +2, and I just kept getting the other units on the banner. So I think that's the last time I really had that bad of a luck. Now, granted, last year's summons for Emblem Marth were also pretty bad, but at least I was getting Emblem Marth here and there, in those summons, even though I was getting a lot of Fear and Hinoka, at least I was getting some Emblem Marths. But this summoning session has been barely any Marth. It's really sad. All right, 4 redstones. Can you give me a dual Marth here? Brother, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I don't know, guys. I have a couple more questions to answer from the Fate group, so I'll go ahead and do that. Next question is from Alex. Do you like Zelda? If so, what's your favorite? So I did talk about Zelda a little bit already, but yeah, I love Zelda. It's pretty much the first franchise that I grew an attachment to, and it really made me fall in love with video games besides like Smash Bros. So I played every single Zelda game at least once. I haven't beaten them all, but my favorite one is definitely Skyward Sword. Tears of the Kingdom is pretty close. I have a top 5 list of some of them, like, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. Breath of the Wild is also great. Minish Cap, like I mentioned earlier, is also solid, but Skyward Sword is my favorite. I know that's an unpopular opinion for most people, but I just love everything about it. Who do I pull in this circle? I guess I'll go green. But yeah, I love everything about it and how it's the origin story of the Zelda series. And now that I think about it, it's kind of the same way with Arcanea, and Arcanea is my favorite in Fire Emblem. But that's not the only reason I like the game. I don't like games just because they're the origin. It's just those happen to be my favorite. Skyward Sword, from a story perspective, you know, it's amazing. It's the love story is really cute, and I'm a sucker for romance here and there. He's got memorable characters, great character arcs. Link himself is one of the most expressive Links in the whole series. I love that about Skyward Sword. The gameplay is great. I mean, I know people didn't like the motion controls, but I enjoyed it. And the HD version on the Switch, you know, that alleviates a lot of the complaints people might have had with the controls, because you don't have to use motion controls. The art style is incredible. The music is just overall a really amazing game. There's a few things I wish were better about it. Like, I wish, you know, the sky that you fly around in had more things to do. I mean, there was a good amount of things you can do, but like once you're done with it, it's kind of just there to travel around. And it makes sense because it was literally the first Zelda game in the timeline, so I guess there wasn't that much. You know, Hylia, you know, she brought part of the earth up to the sky, so it makes sense there's not that much stuff to do. You know, it's not like Tears of the Kingdom where there's a lot of stuff to do in the sky, but still, I really wish sometimes some things were fleshed out, or you can like fly in nighttime. That would have been really cool, but I guess birds can't see at night, or the loft wing, should I say. So yeah, Skyward Sword is my favorite. Might change one day, but I just have a special attachment to that game, so that's my favorite Zelda game. So thank you for that question. No more eras, please. No more elms. I don't know. We're below 300 orbs. Yay. Didn't even get 4 Marths yet. Not even smoke here. Lara, it's the same old, same old. Same old, same old. I hope your guys' summons for whatever unit you want on this banner were better than mine. This is just asinine. This is like ludicrous. I'm busting out adjectives I barely ever use. This is preposterous. Oh my goodness. Singular red. And like, I was getting a good amount of circles with multiple reds. Like, I had a couple times, you know, I had 4. But they were just not giving me the Marths, man. And like I said earlier, it sucks because I don't know when he's going to return. It might be months because of just how strong he is. You know, most likely on some other mythic legendary. Guy, again. I thought about building him at one point, but he's not like a favorite of mine. But I did like him a little bit in Fire Emblem 7. Another null, man. Next question is from Patricia, and she asked, what was your first Fire Emblem game and how did you know about it? So I've answered this one multiple times. So my first Fire Emblem game ever was Radiant Dawn. I played it at a cousin's house a long time ago when I was pretty young. I had no idea what I was doing. I don't think I even knew. It was called Fire Emblem when I first looked at it, until they told me it was. But the first Fire Emblem game I actually owned and finished was Fire Emblem Awakening, back when it released in, what was it, 2012 at this point? Crazy. Yeah, Awakening, I have a lot of fond memories with don't have fond memories with this. A lot of fond memories with Awakening. You know, I think it's one of the most replayable Fire Emblem games. It has a pretty solid story, all things considered, compared to some of the other Fire Emblem games, and just amazing customization with your avatar. You can do all kinds of things with, you know, the children, you know, skill inheritance. It's just, it's a broken game, but it's a really, really fun game that I have a lot of, that I hold pretty dear because it was the first Fire Emblem game I owned. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. Radiant Dawn, the first one, but Awakening was like the game that really got me into Fire Emblem. Singular red, this is just so annoying. Colorless stones everywhere when you don't want them. Green stones everywhere when you don't want them. And then when I do get the red stones, they give me eras and elms. Like, I cannot make this up. Like, look at this, bro. What? Come on, man. Bowie, hope you get an alt sometime, or at least a resplendent, because your girl May got one. The morale right now is really low, man. I need to... What do I need right now? I need like an energy drink. I might need a nap or something, because this is just draining not only my orbs, but my will to continue. Is this Celica? Yeah, Brave Celica. Okay, that's okay. I have her. I don't even know if I merged her or not, but I have a couple of her. So many 4-star special units today. Marth, are you serious, man? Tell your duo version to show up. Tell him to show up, man. Oh, what is this? This is such a cruel thing, man. If I got a 5-star right there, I would have been so mad. Thankfully, it's just Altena. Okay, all right. Let's continue with the questions again. Question from Marissa. Go check out her channel. She's also a fellow FEH-tuber, Gemini the Spy. Great video she has. She asked, do you speak any languages besides English? What's your favorite Pokemon and favorite Pokemon type? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Okay, so this is another layered question. So unfortunately, I don't speak any other languages fluently. I can kind of speak Tagalog, which is the Filipino main language. That's because I'm Filipino. So I grew up listening to it a lot, so I understand it at least. So I'm not completely in the dark when it comes to that language, but I can't speak it, unfortunately. I never really took the time to really learn another language, and it's also, in my opinion, one of the hardest things to do is to learn another language. But I wish I could, but I don't, unfortunately. So that's the answer to the first one. And then the next one, what's my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon type. My favorite Pokemon right now, I have a couple favorite Pokemon, but my favorite right now is Iron Valiant. You know, Gen 9 monster, really good competitively. I love the design. Gardevoir and Gallade, Fusion. You know, Fairy fighting type is super sick. It's just, and it's a mix attacker that can, just like just like EMBLEM Marth, or not EMBLEM Marth, sorry, Dual Marth, a good mixed phase kind of unit. Well, maybe not mixed phase, but kind of mixed in the sense, because I mean Iron Valiant can't take hits, but you know what I mean. Just a versatile Pokemon, just like Dual Marth. You know, Infernape is up there as well. Bidoof, I just like Bidoof a lot. Really funny Pokemon. Aegislash is also really good. Athena is showing up like crazy, man. But yeah, Iron Valiant I would say right now is my favorite. And then my favorite Pokemon type, it's between Fire type or Steel type, I'd say. Fire, because I usually typically pick the Fire starter most of the time, and they have some of the coolest Pokemon. Steel type just has some of the most interesting Pokemon with some of the most powerful Pokemon, like Aegislash, like I mentioned, Scizor. A lot of cool legendaries are Steel type. And I love it when Steel type has some of the coolest like type combinations, like Steel Fairy, Steel Dragon. I think those are really awesome. So that would be my answer. And then to your last question, if you could have any kind of superpower, what would it be? Now, most people are going to say like invisibility or, you know, flight. And those would be nice, no doubt. But my superpower of choice, if it is considered, I mean, this would be a superpower to me at least. I would pick the superpower to be able to hear any song and then instantly be able to play it on the piano perfectly. I'm a pianist myself. I posted a few piano videos on the channel, piano covers. And having that ability would be insane. I wouldn't have to figure out the song. I wouldn't have to look up sheet music. I would just be able to snap on my fingers like Thanos, just learn the song. That'd be so great. You know, there's so many banger songs out there. You know, Final Fantasy songs, Fire Emblem songs. I would just be able to learn them instantly if I had that superpower. So that would be my choice personally. I don't know about you guys, but that would be my superpower. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, 1050 rate. This is ridiculous. Okay, come on. Please, game. Please, I'm begging you. Can I get a Dual Marth before I run out of orbs here? There's the smoke. Come on. Please. Dual Marth. Gee. Crashing the party. This guy needs to stop showing up, man. Man, this is so nerve-wracking, dude, because get Kane, Wings of Mercy. All right, 2 more chances here. Come on, please give me a Dual Marth. No, wrong blue-haired guy again. Gosh, like, look at this. This is what I mean, man. We get a circle of 4 redstones and it doesn't give us anything. Drog, wrong, right game, but wrong character. That sucked. 11%. Yay. You. Oh gosh, if you pity break me right here, I'm gonna be so mad. Please do not. Please. All right, Next question, or this is actually the last question from the Facebook group, I believe. So yeah, Athos again. I don't have any words anymore, man. Another brave. Kenneth asks, what other video game franchises do you enjoy? What other hobbies do you enjoy beyond Faye? Favorite TV show of all time and favorite movie of all time? Okay, interesting questions. I like these. So I'm into a lot of other games. If you guys follow me on Twitter, especially where I tweet about my experiences through games and whatnot, and sometimes I, post other. I mean, I'm starting to post more Rivals content on the channel. But the other video game franchise that I enjoy, Smash, of course. Been playing that pretty much my whole entire video game career, life, so to speak. Final Fantasy. Love Final Fantasy. It's my favorite RPG. Yakuza / Like a Dragon, another amazing RPG I highly recommend. It's getting more popular, but more people need to play it. Pokemon, of course. Kirby. Nier. Recently I got into Zelda, of course, like I talked about earlier. A little bit of Mario and Sonic, of course. Ghost of Tsushima and the upcoming Ghost of Yote game. Really excited for that. Red Dead Redemption series. Stellar Blade. Like, there's just a lot of games I'm into. Also, if you guys ever played 2K. I mean, some of you guys probably play 2K. I'm not really into it right now. I don't play 2K, but I played it a lot. Especially back in the day before it became pay to win. So I also dabble in that as a, someone who plays basketball. I also enjoy the video game version. So there's a lot of games. Some series I'm more into than others, but those are the other franchises I'm into. And then hobbies outside of Faye, I already kind of talked about it. Playing the piano. I'm a pianist. Playing basketball. Already talked about that earlier. Eating. Everyone loves to eat, but I'm a bit of a foodie. I do enjoy eating and traveling, though I haven't traveled far in a hot minute, so it's been a while, unfortunately, but I love traveling. And, of course, just hanging out with my friends. Playing games, board games, card games. Doesn't have to be video games. So those are my hobbies. It's simple. I don't have anything crazy like, some obscure hobby like, I don't know, collecting something. But yeah, those are my hobbies. And then what was your other question? Oh yeah, favorite TV show of all time. Easy. SpongeBob SquarePants. It's got to be SpongeBob. That show is aged like fine wine. It's just one of the most comedic things ever made. And, one of the most meme-worthy games ever made. I mean, shows, should I say. It's just timeless. SpongeBob is amazing. Never get tired of those clips. Of course, no Reds. Of course. So yeah, I would go with SpongeBob SquarePants. And then favorite movie all time is a bit tougher. Though I haven't watched as much movies. Like, I'm not really a movie person. The only movies I'm really, like, watching nowadays, I guess, are, over the course of my life is, like, Marvel movies. As a Marvel fan, but like, because I've definitely watched less movies than I've played games. But if I had to pick one, I don't want to just do another Marvel answer, so I think I'll just go with Inception. If you guys have ever seen Inception, that movie is incredible. It's a work of art. It's a mind. It F's with your mind. It blew my mind. It's amazing. Definitely, if you have a friend who's never seen it, definitely recommend to watch it with your friend, because you're just going to be sitting there like, what the hell is happening? Just like in these summons. I mean, bad luck is happening in these summons. But yeah, Inception is definitely my favorite movie of all time, if I had to pick one. So those are all the questions, guys. I really appreciate the questions. So can we get one more duo Marth before I run out of orbs here? Probably not. This video has been mostly no duo Marth, so I don't have much faith right now, but I do have some kind of, all my hope is gone right now. Except for a little bit. Most of my hope is gone. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, honestly, I've had bad summoning sessions, but this one might be the worst. Might be. 1,100 orbs about right now, and I got 3 Marths, and one of them's from the Spark. So that is horrendous. Like, man, I don't know. But, I do appreciate you guys for if you're still watching this video, I really appreciate it. And all the questions, of course. But right now, I feel like I'm just ramming my head into a wall that doesn't want to give me stuff. Yeah, singular red. It's, Do I just give up? I mean, I'm not, but like... Yeah, that's pretty much how the summoning session has gone. Like, every single red except for dual Marth. It's really just, I'm mad right now. I really am. You'd think the game would give me something for my dedication to these characters. You know, I love them to death, and I'm really happy they have this version. You know, Arcanine is my favorite, all this stuff, and the game is like, nah, we're gonna slap you in the face, give you ELM, give you Aras, 6 Aras, 8 ELMs, I think. And then, of course, not a single red here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry I'm quiet, guys. I want to be, like, entertaining and, you know, make it somewhat watchable, but I just can't right now, guys. I can't. I'm struggling with words for what to say right now. It's ridiculous. I usually never, like, now that I think about it, I almost never have, like, super good luck when getting a favorite to +10 that's 5-star exclusive. Usually, if I do have better luck than this, it's like, you know, it's average luck, or it's, you know, maybe a little bit above average luck, but I've never had very good luck. Like, if I was an ELM fan, oh, I'd be ecstatic right now, you know? But I'm not. Just thinking about all those ELMs that could have been Marth, it hurts. It really does. And he could have been complete or almost complete right now. But you know, that's part of the game. It's the gamble, you know. It's the gamble we do with these damn games. And I think that's, yeah, okay. So let's keep going. 94 orbs. I was gonna say 94 orbs in a dream, but there's really no dream right now. It's just a nightmare on Elm Street and Era Street. I might have a +10 Era in this video, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I hope you guys' summons have been better than this, because this is just very, very depressing to sink this much orbs and not even get them to like +5 or like +4 even. There's those stupid ass greenstones showing up. Really, really annoying. Got Morgan for like the 10th time. Okay, 4 redstones, probably not gonna yield anything. Fear. Every time I see her, I get PTSD from last year's banner, but this banner is already giving me PTSD. There's no way, man. There's no way, man. This has got to be a joke, man. And this video is already damn long. This video is going to be so... This might have to be put into multiple parts, I think. I mean, I did that for the emblem banner. Okay, base Ike. Another 4-star special. But yeah, ELM is going to be... If I merge them up, he'll be +8, I think. This son of a bitch, man. When's the last time I got to do a Marth? That was like lifetimes ago. Like, maybe I should have just saved this for another day, because I was feeling all the bad luck, all the bad vibes. I was feeling it, but like I was still holding off hope to be like, okay, maybe it'll turn around. But it hasn't. It really hasn't, guys. I don't know. Do you guys have any really bad luck stories? I mean, this video is a story in itself. Really, really bad luck for a unit you want. Like I said, I think the last time I've had something similar to this was, like, quite to this level, was when Legendary Marth dropped. Because, what was it? Attuned Caeda wasn't even that bad, I don't think. Because, I mean, she wasn't color sharing, so it definitely wasn't as bad. And, like, look at this, man. 3 greenstones, man. When? Only when you don't want them. That's when. But yeah, Attuned Caeda was not as bad. Emblem Marth was not as bad. This is historic for me, man. And maybe I had it coming, man, because I feel like I've said it before, but I generally have some good luck in FE. Like, it's not like my luck is always this bad. I know some people that have really, really bad luck, and I think to make myself feel better, I remember that one guy at launch who... This is insane. This is mind-bogglingly stupid. Like, the amount of ELMs I've received on this video is just, it's insulting, it's disgusting, it's revolting, it's trolling. Oh my goodness, man. All right, 17 orbs. I'm gonna have to get some more, but I don't even remember what I was talking about, because every time ELM shows up, he just ruins everything. He's ruined this video. He's ruined my dreams of trying to plus 10 dual Marth. Oh my gosh, guys. I really appreciate you guys for still watching this, because I know some of you guys are probably cringing, like, wow, this is horrible. And it is. All right, I know you see the orb count, and I am a bit regretful with this choice, but the game has given me no choice but to just try again. And this is definitely the most amount of orbs I've spent on one banner, and definitely the most amount of money. So don't try this at home. Don't do this unless you got a job, and obviously spend wisely. But this is I just hope this decision will pay off, because good lord, I still can't believe that happened, man. It's a new day, you know what I mean? It's a different day, so hopefully that will bring different outcomes here for dual Marth. And I have 9 ELM, I think, and 3 dual Marth. So let's just go into this, man. You're doing all these summons. I mean, look at this, man. I freaking hate everything right now. It is pissing me off so much. Like, another era. That's the 6th one, I think. 7th one. Bro, you can't make this up, bro. Do I just summon off screen at this point? Maybe recording a summoning session is giving me bad luck. Maybe that's what it is. Because good lord. With dread right now, but I gotta at the moment. And there it is. That's what I think. That's a plus 10 ELM. I have no words. I really don't. I'm exhausted at this point, and it's that shit. Another troll, because era, they're like, oh, here, might as well have him too, right? To do at this point, and I still want to post the Marth emblem clear, but I want to have dual Marth as many merges as possible. I mean, I'm sure unmerged you'll still be able to help me beat it, but. Oh, what is happening, dude? The title of this video is definitely Nightmare on Elm Street. Definitely Nightmare on Elm Street. Holy shit, dude. I can't believe these odds. I can't. The decent rate. Obviously, it's a... Okay, there we go. Good lord. The first one in how... God knows how many orbs. Freaking... 500. $700 orbs about. That's just insane. And ooh, A-Ra. bruh, you are so annoying right now. And then they have the fear there just to insult me. Like, this entire summoning session has been kicking me down while I'm down. To them, that's no big deal, right? And, okay, A-Res at +10 probably at this point. Wow. Wow. $657 orbs remaining, 950 rate. Fingers crossed. After why am I even saying these things, man? Feels like nothing I say is gonna help the outcome of these summons. There we go. All right, there's another dual Marth. And right as I talk about her, she's showing up. I think that's a +10 Aver, guys. I really think it is. I mean, that was a low rate, so I'm not too mad about it, but it could have been Marth. Every time, it could have been Marth. And I know some people were upset it wasn't Aunri, and I did talk about it in my reaction. You know, okay, there we go. There's another one. Whoo! All right, okay, that's the 6th one. Okay. Luck is ramping up a bit. This one's, geez, I get a lot of plus defense ones. But, yeah, okay, I'm hyped now. What I was saying was, you know, a lot of people were, not a lot of people, but some people were like, oh, Marth's getting another alt. I'm like, bro, it's Marth. Like, are we serious right now? You know what I mean? It's Marth. He's the mascot of the franchise, or, you know, the most recognizable, one of the most recognizable characters of the franchise, one of the mascots. If you want to argue there's one or two, you know, that's fine, but it's Marth, man. So it makes sense you would have this kind of duo version that shows up on a mythic. You know, and my man is a trendsetter. There it is. There's the pity break. This is such trash. This game is so trash. All those orbs just to get a Nell. Like, are you kidding me, man? And I like Nell. I enjoyed her in the Engage DLC. I really did. But all that way, and then we get a Drift Camilla. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, there's another one. That's the 7th one. Okay, all right. Can be plus speed. Why are they all plus defense? What the hell? Why is like, I've pulled like 4 of them that are plus defense. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, a Caeda follows suit. That's cute. But, all right. At least we get another one. But it took a 13% pity break on the damn Nell. That really sucked. So, I mean, at least the tail end of these summons have been better. You know, I have, I think, 7 Marths now. But still. Still, man. I mean, 4 more? That's not too many. Part of me is thinking keep going, but I'm not. I can't. This video is way too long. Yeah, and look at this. The 14th elm. 14th elm. Who wants to trade 14 elms? If you have 14 dual Marths, I would definitely trade, to be honest. Because this dude, I'm tired of seeing this dude's face. I really am. Can this be a dual Marth? No. All right, so here is all the Marths so far. 7 of them, so that means, right, that's plus 6, so we need 4 more. So I was right. I thought I miscounted. So 267 orbs. We're definitely not getting... Probably not getting 4 Marths and that amount of orbs. I mean, that'd be amazing. And, you know, the last time I've summoned for Marth and Caeda, the Emblem Marth and Attuned Caeda summons, I got the last copy in, like, the last 100 orbs. It was super clutch, if you guys watch those videos. So, I don't expect it to happen here, of course. I mean, look at that already. 14, 15 elms, man. I think that's... almost just as much, maybe the same amount as I got fears on Emblem Marth's banner. It's I can't say any more about it really. I'm just exhausted. 11th, 12th era, I think. I haven't counted yet, but I don't want to right now. And then reinstall it back for good luck. I mean, bro, are you fucking kidding me, man? Being with me through this horrible summoning session. And we finish with an L. Of course. Who else? Who else is going to show up, dude? I'm so pissed at this guy, man. I fucking hate this guy. I'm sorry, Elms fan, but I'm just so over this banner. I really am. I wish Elm was removed from the game. And I'm not usually this vengeful. Okay, last summon, we'll get 2 reds. I'm never this vengeful. But when it comes to this, man, when he just blocks me from getting dual Marth 16 times, I think almost 20 at this point, you are a son of a man. You really are. And we can't be. Okay. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Yeah, I'm done. 2,000 orbs, 7 Marth. That is so sad to say. Oh my goodness, guys. This is the last Marth. I know you're probably confused. You know, Jay, you were at +6 or whatever, +5. I went ahead and summoned off screen because I felt that summoning while recording was giving me bad luck. And it turned out that probably was the case, because when I started summoning off screen without recording, Marth started to show up. Now, Elm did show up a lot, but thankfully a lot of them were at low percent. One of the Marths showed up at 11%, so that was good. At least, you know, the pity gave me the Marth. So I did get pretty lucky. I got back-to-back Marths, and then right before this one, you can see on the screen, I got an Elm at like 9% or like 8%, 850. So he is complete, and I am relieved, of course, and I'm happy that I'm going to be able to +10 him, but I'm also super upset, as you saw from the video. Depending on how I edit it, I might just speed it up. I don't know what I'm going to do when I eventually edit this. And yeah, it's if I thought Emblem Marth last year was tough, the game was like, you ain't seen nothing yet until Dual Marth came on this banner. So he's finally complete. This is the last merge, and I think I don't even want to count how many elms I have. I think I might have almost enough to +10 2 of them. And I know that sounds crazy, but I got way more than 11. And eras, I also got a few more as well. But thankfully, it didn't take too much more to plus 10 him. The last 4 copies came way smoother than the first 7. Or the first 6, should I say. Yeah, I'm just really... I'm so exhausted, guys. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but he's finally complete, and I do not recommend to do this at home. I definitely kind of regret this financial decision. I mean, I have a job. I can, you know... I can recuperate, but this just sucks. It sucks to spend this much. I spent, in total, 2,500 orbs-ish about to plus 10 this man. And obviously I did get a lot of eras and ELMs, and I can plus 10 them too. But that's not the point. The point was Marth did not show up for so long, and finally he did right here at 8%. So I have 109 orbs remaining. Oh my gosh, guys. This is easily the craziest, also worst summoning session I've ever had in FEH. And I hope I never have to experience something like this again with my favorites, because, I mean, probably not, because my favorites are probably not going to be sharing colors on a legendary. You know, Marth already had his Caeda as well. I mean, when I plus 10 legendary Marth, it was not nearly this bad, even though it took way longer in terms of time. And also Caeda definitely was way smoother. I was actually pretty lucky with her. But Marth here, dual Marth, pain, agony, blood, sweat, and tears. I have no words, guys. And if you were still watching this, I really appreciate it. I think I've mentioned that. I might have mentioned that a couple times during this video, but I'm so tired and just done, and I just want to merge this man. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh man, guys, it's whew. Yeah, like I said, don't do this at home. I don't recommend. I mean, if you can afford it, you can, but it's gotchas, man. They're called gotcha for a reason. It's like gotcha, I guess. So I did end up merging the rest of the copies because I wanted to use him for a little bit. So sorry if you didn't get to see him. You didn't get to see me merge them all, but the important thing is you get to see the last merge. And here he is. So the last one, plus res, dual Marth complete. And I feel like that Wario meme, you know, I've won, but at what cost? I really do. Or like Thanos, you know, when he wins in Infinity War. But yeah, there it is. Thank you. Let's do our best, Marth. Their voice lines, well, obviously their voice lines, but also they're just normal lines are so sweet. But yeah, that's dual Marth complete. I never want to summon for another legendary / mythic duo like this for years, honestly. This has drained years off my life, I feel like. Let me find an open spot to show the dual Marth at plus 10. Where is he? There he is. So again, I'm super happy, and I should be happier right now, but I'm not, because of just the sheer amount of orbs it took. And you know, I'm relieved, but at the same time I'm just like, damn, that was horrible. So I got to document it with you guys. At least you saw it on the screen. I mean, not the screen, not the sums off screen, but summoning off screen helped, because he came home way faster. So at least that was a thing. But I wish I could have shown you guys the rest of them, but this video is going to be hella long anyway. And like I said, I appreciate anybody still watching. But yeah, that's the plus 10 dual Marth. I'm going to ascend his attack for sure when I get to it. But yeah, that is dual Marth, Love and Courage. They're called Love and Courage, but this was Pain and Agony, like literally. I don't know what percentile that is to plus 10 someone, like a specific unit, because again, 2,500 orbs about, which is just insane. Definitely the most amount of orbs I've ever spent on a banner for a single character. But if it was going to be the time to do it, it would be for my boy Marth. So I'm so happy that this all exists, but I'm just not happy that it took this much. Lady Luck was beating on me for so, like, the entire summoning session. You saw it. No redstones for so many circles. Elms upon elms. Nightmare on Elm Street. Tons of eras. And finally, he decided to come home when I stopped recording. So I don't know what's going on, guys, but I am happy. I'm relieved, but also sad at the same time. I know I've said that multiple times. But yeah, anyways, enough of my rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for everyone who submitted questions. And yeah, don't do this at home, guys. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.